Hi! May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and in today's video I'll be setting up my mental health journal. Hope I can give you some ideas to use in your Bujo or in a separate notebook like I'm doing. Oh, and if you are new here, I'm Shazir and I post journaling content. So I started with sticking a movement sticker on the cover. It's from No Kid Stickers. And then on the inside cover I'm creating the title page. I used couple colored paper data pages from an old planner. It belonged to my grandma but she never used it, and now I use its pages for decoration. I also used the piece of grid paper and some felt tip pens from Faber-Castell. And finally I'll be using this pink and green doodles printable I found on Pinterest. While I set the initial page, let's talk via mental health journal. I struggle with depression and it has been worse lately. So I thought I need some spreads that can help me, in addition to the gratitude log and the mood tracker I have in my bullet journal. I could have done them in my bullet journal, but I'll be migrating into the new journal in July, and I wanted the spreads to last longer than 2 months. On the other hand, I wasn't sure whether I can keep up with another journal in my lineup. The solution was buying a cheap notebook at the $1 type store, so I don't feel guilty if I abandon it, which I hope I don't. After the title page was done, I glued the first awkward page to the inside cover. Then on the next page I'm creating an index, dividing page in half. This notebook doesn't have numbers on the pages, but I numbered them myself. Also, the downside of this notebook being cheap is that it has the word date printed at the top of each page, but I don't mind it. On the next page I'm doing a quote page. It's not necessary, but I just love this quote and thought it was fitting. It says, "Please allow yourself to exist rather than achieve." Elizabeth Turnbull from Trend-Based Bright here on YouTube said it in one of her videos long time ago, and it just stuck with me. I'm doing for calligraphy for some words and others I just wrote in my handwriting. And another downside of this notebook being cheap is ghosting, that is visible when you turn the page. I tested coloring big shapes in the back of it, and there was no ghosting. But this time Notebook decided that there will be ghosting. And this does bother me. I could have glued the pages, but it meant I have to redo all the pencil work I've done, and it would also mess up the page numbers. So I decided to leave it as it is, but I don't like it. On the next page I'm creating a self-care bingo. I drew a 5x5 bingo grid and filled it with simple self-care tasks. I won't be checking boxes and playing an actual bingo game, rather it's just a reference page and form of a bingo. On the next page I have a collection of uplifting verses. I thought of doing an affirmations page, but right now regular affirmations just make me cry for some reason. So verses it is. I've written one down and I'll continue filling this page later. The one I've written is Psalms 27:1 and it talks about fear. I've made a quote page with it in my 2023 bullet journal and it helped me. So I hope it will help me again. On the next thread I will copy the back depression scale. It's a tool which helps to understand depression severity, and I find myself constantly googling it. So I thought I'd rather write it down once. I also glued a flower doodle in the bottom right corner. The next page is going to be things I love about myself list. It's a helpful exercise when you are full of self-doubt, and it can be a good reminder later. Next page is Did I Cry Today tracker. I have been crying a lot lately, but I want to track how much that actually is. So I'm creating a year in pixels, or rather an 8 months in pixels, with months on horizontal axis and dates on vertical axis. Each day, or maybe next morning, I will color a box with a corresponding color. I also created a key. I have 5 options: didn't cry, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and cried all day. Lastly, I glued another doodle in the corner. You can also do anxiety tracker, but honestly I forgot about it when I was setting up this journal. Next page is my small wins tracker. Here I write one thing I've done or accomplished each day, and it really helps not to feel like you are doing nothing and not to blame yourself. I'm doing it in a 1 line a day format and dividing the days into weeks. It's just for the month of May, so I'll create another page like this in the next month. Next page is my sleep log, which is also just for May. I don't have a good sleep schedule right now, and I'd like to change it. But first I want to have a visual representation. So I have hours from 8 p.m. to 11 a.m. on top and dates on the side. I've written hours on top of the dots rather than in between, so it's easier for me. And I also have a small space for notes. Last thread I'm creating will be for notes. I'll write here notes about my doctor appointments and therapy notes. When it's filled out, I'll just use another page. That's it for now. Finally I'm flipping back to fill the index page. I can't say I'm entirely happy with how the spreads came out because of the ghosting issue I had, but I hope this journal will help me. Let's flip one page back so we can flip through. I hope you enjoyed the video. If so, give it a like and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!